Okay, so where is the ambush happening?
Well, Hui has her last show in the Opera House tonight, and she says that he shows up at her dressing room after the show every night. And he manages to get past security, so I think it's probably best for us to either try and catch him while he's watching the show, or try and catch him after the show when he's trying to get into her dressing room.
Should we be worried about how skilled this person is? Like, do you
I
think
would
he'll be?
be. I mean, they took your friend, they took my son, they've
Yeah.
killed people, they've set wagons exploding in public places.
If this person is attending opera, he's probably one of the higher ups.
He's done
Um,
this every single night, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what she said.
Do you think he'd notice if I sent Oz to if I just have Oz scouting from the air? Would that tip him off, or?
I have no idea.
Well, I'm not gonna do it if you guys. I mean, obviously we're gonna be coming from many different angles, right?
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
no
for
way
starters,
this.
Wei should just Wei should just bring me into her room, and then I just
I
sit there, stake out in a corner with
yeah.
the cloak, just fucking camouflage, and just like wait until the dude comes in, or he does whatever he does to get the flowers in there. Like that
Okay,
should be like the first thing we do.
so
Didn't it seem
you'll.
suspicious those flowers are smelly according to Hui?
We should go and talk to her and see what's going on with those flowers, just in case. But if you're gonna be hiding in the room, what are you gonna do?
Um, so I'm just gonna wait, and it's gonna be a stakeout like in the room itself, and as soon as anything or anyone suspicious, um, let's see, I have detect thoughts, so I can at least see what's on the top of his head without alerting him, and then uh, I'm just gonna ambush him and cause loud problems. Honestly,
That doesn't sound like it's gonna get us very far. I think detect thoughts is a good idea, but I also think that maybe I could use Ka to constrict him. Like, I really think that we need to find a way to um,
I could
lock
tail
him
him.
up in some sort of way and like force him to give us information.
You constrict him with Ka, and I'll try to paralyze him. But after you constrict him,
Does paralyzing him do anything beyond like holding him? Will he still be able to talk? He's not going to
yes,
die.
he'll be able to talk.
Okay.
He'll just it's hold person.
Okay. And is there anything else that we can do besides detect thoughts to try and like coerce information?
Uh,
We could use your friend as bait, ambush him at the dressing room.
Yeah, that's the plan.
yeah. So I won't attack him in the dressing room.
The only thing that we have to
I
consider
can
is
just
the
tail
fact
him
that
because the likelihood that he's actually going to see me is really low.
we have to consider the fact that the guards might be in on it, considering the fact that he's sneaking past them, unless
Yeah,
they're
that's
just
true.
passing through.
I really wanted to mention that there's no way this person isn't alone. Like, they most definitely have backup or defense in the shadows. So
If it's someone that's not particularly strong, probably. If it is someone particularly strong, then they don't probably because they don't need it.
I'd put my money on that they are somebody at least of notable cause.
Well,
So
either way, Hui
I
said that
think
there was only one person that she has been seeing. She very specifically said stalker, so I don't know if there's a group that he sits with when he's watching the show or anything like that. We could just go talk to her. Like I said, I really wanted to take a look at the flowers too and see what's going on.
yeah,
Let's
We
get a
can talk to her.
description of the guy.
I
Yeah,
think our
and
best
we've
bet.
got a full day, right? So we've got lots of time to do the things we need to do and get this planned.
Mhm.
Our best bet will try to get him at the dressing room.
I think so too.
Okay, so where are you all headed for now? So let's see. You wanted to pick up Did you want to pick up your animals first or go see Fui first?
Animals would be faster, I think.
Yeah, just stop in, pay the lady, and then I make a quick stop to grab my armor in case we get ambushed while talking to Way or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's still nighttime, yeah?
No, it's
No,
the
it's
next
morning.
morning.
Do you mind if I go wait at Hui's dressing room?
I don't know if you're going to be able to get back there.
That's true.
You don't work there.
No, I know. I think I overestimated my acquaintance.
I think you would have to persuade a lot of people.
Okay, so you, since it's on the way, Flynn, you stop by, you pick up your studded leather armor, no problem.
Rad.
So you arrive at the old lady's house, and the first thing you see is Samson in the front yard, and he's been washed. His fur is very luminescent and shiny in the sun,
He's gleaming.
and you
My
see
boy.
the red um plate armor that you asked for. He's all suited up and ready to go. He's looking he's looking great. And then just about that time, the old lady comes out of the front door, holding Bagheera, and Bagheera has a collar on that is affixed with an emerald brooch, and she says it may not look like much, but it's everything he needs.
Ooh, thank you.
So
Oh shit. Ah, Samson, you look glorious as you deserve.
she quotes you 1.5 plat for each of them, and says that the baths are complimentary.
Oh,
Oh, I
thank you
pay
so
it
much.
with I pay it with gusto and give hearty thanks.
I pay
She,
as well with less gusto and more smiling.
I love Samson. My baby.
she gives your animals one last pet, and then she shuffles back inside to get back to work.
It's so cute.
Well worth. Ah,
So
we're both
about
locked
that
up now,
time,
buddy.
you you picked up your animals, and now the veneer. What are you up to? Okay, so I'll tell you this: to make the gun blade, first you need to create the mold. Okay, you need to
Got
create
it.
the mold for the various components and the base body of it itself. After you make the mold, you have to sharpen the blade. Um, the blade can be affixed in the mold or you can attach it afterwards. I'll leave that up to you. But the second step is the blade. We'll say that you need um 3 brass ingots to make the various um pins and gears for the gun mechanics. And then at that point you will have a prototype. And then you will need to spend one long rest fine tuning your prototype, and then you will have a final product.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. I understand now. Thank you. It's probably not enough time considering what we're doing to do it today, but I'll definitely start on it soon.
PRO, what are you doing?
I'm going to use my 5 minutes on the astral planes, and I'm going to find a job.
So on the astral plane, you don't see much. It's called the astral sea,
Okay.
and what you do see are wandering souls, but unlike yourself, where you kind of maintain your presence and your self-awareness in the astral plane, these shades just wander around. They don't speak. They just let off like a very low, constant moaning sound everywhere
Okay.
they go.
Do they seem to be going in a particular direction?
No, they're all wandering in various which ways, and they just seem lost.
Is there any POIs that I can see, or is it just a NPC?
Point of interest. Let's see. So where you are currently, um, about 2 minutes in, you walk around and you see one giant like rock fixture just pointing up out of the ground. But other than that, it's just kind of a barren wasteland.
Run there as fast as I can with the remaining 3 minutes.
You make it with a minute to spare, and there are some strange runes carved into the rock that you can't make out.
I touch the runes with my hand.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
And then after that minute, you come back to your body and go have breakfast, I guess.
Do I remember what like the runes look like that I can scribble down?
Roll an intelligence check.
Sort of.
Your memory is very fuzzy, and you can't seem to put the pen to paper to write down what you saw.
Next time.
So what are you doing after that? Oh, you're gonna go find a job, right?
Yeah, go down to the other farms to see if this failed farmer can redeem himself.
Okay, we'll get back to that. So, who else going to the opera house to talk to Hui?
Me.
I am.
I'll be going to.
Necessary. I have to go.
The three of you show up,
Ah, funny.
and as you walk in, Gloria, the production manager, runs up to you and goes, "Gloria, have you seen Hui? She's usually here by now."
Oh no.
God
No,
damn.
she should be here. I left her here last night.
She goes, "I told her not to drink too much last night. Can you go wake her up and tell her to get down here? We need her for rehearsal."
Of course I can.
Just imagining your face as you say that.
I turn to my companions and I tell them to wait where they are. And
I get the feeling we should go with you.
I get the feeling you shouldn't.
I get the feeling she's not up there right now.
Or she could be naked. You just want to see some of that booty.
I don't have time to
Alright, Gloria.
argue, and I
Yeah,
just
no,
wave
it's
my
fine.
hands at them and I leave on my own and I run up to where we
I
sleep
already accepted it. Go ahead.
alone. Knowing that if they try to chase me, that security will likely stop them.
So you immediately walk off and you go backstage so that they can't follow you. And of course Flynn tries to follow you, but security
No,
guard.
I don't. When she runs
Oh.
off, like
Okay, yeah.
I
So
don't.
you go out the back exit, you take the alleyways, and you get to the boarding house that you usually stay at. And you walk inside, and there are 8 beds, and each bed is spoken for. You and Hui share the back 2 beds in the left corner. The only person there, though, is a young lady named Cecilia who is doing her hair and makeup before the show.
I would like to look at her with perception
Okay.
so that I can tell whether or not there's anything that I should be noticing about her before I do anything else.
Okay, roll a perception. So, this is a girl that has been staying here. You don't talk to her often, but you exchange pleasantries every now and again. She's doing her hair, and then she kind of looks to the side and sees you, and she goes, "Oh, hi, Gloria. Why are you so sweaty and out of breath?"
I don't pay attention to her question. I go straight over to Hui's bed and look through her belongings.
Roll an investigation. So you get over to Hui's bed. It's obviously empty. She's not sleeping. You can smell the scent of sake on her pillow.
Not
So
surprising.
you know that she did sleep here last night. Um, and you're looking through her drawers, looking through stuff, and then you hear the girl go, "Watch out for her flowers. Her date just got her those."
And I immediately look for the flowers that she's talking about so that I can take them.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
If I ever had a better time for a nat 20, I don't know what it is.
Okay. So you look up at the vase that is on her stand, and as you see the roses, your head gets woozy and you almost fall to the floor, but you catch yourself immediately. And looking at these roses, they have been dusted with poison.
Great. Okay, so can I can I put them in a bag or cover them with something?
Sure. So you take a nearby laundry bag, you empty out all the contents, and then you immediately shove the bag over it, tie it up, and um, and take it with you. And you get some weird looks from the girl, but she just goes back to doing her makeup. She just doesn't care at this point. She just chalks it up to jealousy between friends. So, and then as you storm out the door,
On my way storming out the door, I stop and I ask her if she saw Hui. When was the last time she saw Hui this morning?
she explains that her date came by and answered the door, but that Hui was still sleepy from waking up. So he helped her walk down the street after putting her flowers on the table. And she said that he seemed like a very nice gentleman.
I ask her to describe him.
She says that he's about. She said, "Well, for guys, he's kind of short, a little skinny, not my type. Human. Uh, and he has brown hair, not long, short cut. He was clean face. Wore a suit, so he must be successful. But um, he just kind of kept to himself. Didn't really say much. Didn't really even catch his name."
I'm gonna slap her in the face before I leave.
She slaps you back. And then she goes, "Wait, why are we doing this?"
Because you shouldn't have let her leave with a complete stranger. We're supposed to look after each other.
That's 2 damage.
He said it was a date.
I don't care what he said it was. And I storm out. And I'm going to make my way back to the other two, who are hopefully where I left them. And I'm going to pull them into Gloria's dressing room and shut the door before pulling out the bag and explaining that I found these poisonous roses.
Veneer is here.
And it must be the flowers that Hui was telling me
Veneer is
about.
shopping.
Oh, Veneer shopping currently. Okay.
So Veneer,
I should have bought that
you
poison
you
bait.
hit up the street
find
fair
Veneer.
market, thinking that maybe you just might catch a vendor selling some mithril, if not something that is like a pure bar, something that maybe you could repurpose.
Yes, I'm looking specifically for gears, but really any mithril at this point is welcome.
Along the way, you do find a merchant, and he is selling a pair of mithril gloves, made out of mithril chain links.
I asked the vendor how much he's selling these for.
He says, "Well, these seas are dangerous, and I came a long way. I think I'd have to part with that for maybe 6 plat."
6 plat is outrageous. These are one plat at most.
He says, now, you can't fool me. I know you're short on mithril in this town. At least 5.
I'll give you 2.
Roll a
Be
persuasion.
Be careful, Veneer. You can't push too hard, Veneer. Careful, Veneer.
Impressed.
Careful,
You-
Veneer.
I'm pushing.
Careful, Veneer.
This whole time I've been like, why is nobody negotiating? Everybody's paying flat rates.
Right.
He notices people starting to stare as you say, I'm not getting ripped off, and people start chattering and looking at him, and he goes, okay, lower your voice. 2 plant. Get out of here.
Nice.
Hey, Veneer.
Got him.
Got him.
For the win.
Got
Where
him.
was this when you were negotiating the boat?
Can you not?
You
play?
you do not underpay the people that crew your boat. Because you know what they're gonna do if you do that? They'll throw you overboard when you're sleeping. Don't fuck with the crew. Pay them well, and they won't do bad shit to you in the middle of the night.
He's a hardworking lizard man.
He's
Yeah.
hardworking.
And this old
There's a
guy here is
difference between people providing a service and someone trying to scalp.
Take
Milk.
advantage.
Milk a shortage.
Yeah.
So, speaking of milk, Farmer Piaro, you're walking down the street with raking your straddled across your arm, thinking, where can I find work? And a guy stops you and he goes, you look like words. You look like you know your way around a field, sir.
Oh yeah, I love to plow.
And he goes, well, I have an opportunity that might interest you.
I'm listening.
It's like, we're over in real short supply over at the farms in the Duchy of Jeff. We could really use some farmers to help us out. But the crew master over on the farms over there doesn't want to do any business with me. You seem like a pretty reasonable guy. We pay well, and you'll get your own lodging.
Point away. Oh my god.
It's about a 30-minute journey to the Duchy of Jeff. And the farms are... So back in Staghelm, there were only about 4 farm plots, it looks like.
Mhm.
Here in the Duchy of Jeff, there are 12. Because the
Oh,
Duchy of
dang.
Jeff is 3 times the size of Staghelm.
Okay. Wow.
The Duchy of Jeff focuses primarily on military operations. So they have a lot of soldiers to feed, and they're behind on their farming schedule to feed the troops. And if they run behind, they won't have enough produce and food left to feed the civilians and children that need it.
Sounds like perfect. What
And
I was born for.
he says, we've managed to plow and plant 3 of the fields, but we're running real behind. So whatever work you can do, we'll make sure that you're compensated for it.
All right. I want to plow as many fields as I can.
All right. It is noon. Roll a nature check.
Oh my goodness, I have nature.
By the way,
Using it
PR,
and do it with advantage because number 1's there with you.
Okay.
And he
By the
goes
way-
to the farm.
Can I do guidance with? Can I add guidance into that since it says?
Yeah, it's an ability check. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Farmer Piaro.
Yeah.
I would like you to pick 5 crops that you planted today.
Let's go with turnip, carrots, beets, and potatoes.
So I got turnip,
probably
carrots,
zero.
beets, and potatoes. And what was the last one?
Let's go with corn.
corn.
So as soon as you hear this, you get straight to work. And number 1 is excited to be back on a farm again. He starts digging, and at first the farmers are like, hey, what's that dog doing? But he actually starts digging in a straight line, and they're like, oh wow, that's really impressive. And he's going backwards, but he plows in a straight line, and he plows the fields for you and breaks the dirt so that it's softer for you going through. So he does the first initial run through, and then you do the final pass to like shape it up. After that, you take the bags, you make him saddle across his back, and he holds the seed bags while he walks next to you, and you plant the seeds.
Oh yeah.
After that, he helps you pull a water trough so that you can water everything. And by that point, it's the end of the day, and you have plowed 5 fields.
Woo!
Damn, Daniel.
25 gold, baby. Wait, these guys are paying 5 gold a field, right?
So the Duchy of Jeff pays 8 gold a field.
Oh my goodness. That's a raise. That's 40 gold.
You receive your 40 gold, and the crewmaster comes over and he says, "That was some amazing farm work. Where did you learn to do that?"
Oh, I taught myself. I was just
He,
born to be a farmer, it feels like.
he goes, "And what is your name, good farmer?"
Name's Piaro. Piaro the farmer.
"I see. Well, Piaro, my name is Nathaniel, and if you need anything at all, come to me. If it's within my power, I'll do what I can. And I do hope that you'll stick around to help us tend to these fields. Again, very impressive work today."
I shake his hand and I go to my lodging.
Your lodging is not much, but it's well kept. It's very clean. It has one bed, it has a workbench, and then it has a wardrobe that is empty that you could put your clothes and tools inside of. And then there is a small kitchenette outside of the lodging, like right up against it. It's like a little wood burning stove.
Mhm.
And yeah, and then a clothesline to dry your clothes. And then these little cottages, there are multiple of them, and they're in like a little village, and that's where all the farmers sleep. But you get your privacy.
Sounds like the perfect farmer life. I'm so happy I finally redeemed myself as a farmer.
So good.